Protect your business from the fastest growing crime of the 21st century. Find out here. You're watching Technology Review. Hi, welcome back to Technology Review for April 28th, 2017. I'm your host, Mac Jackson Jr. Technology Review is a show that helps inform our audience and the public and business owners as well on tips about how to protect their business from the fastest growing crime of the 21st century, and that's cyber crimes and identity theft, where we also talk about tech gadgets as well. Every 2 seconds, someone has their personal identification stolen from a cyber thief. But there are things that you could do to protect yourself, and that's what we're here to talk about on Technology Review. Did you know that over 16 million new victims of identity theft are reported to law enforcement every year? According to the Justice Department and the Federal Trade Commission, identity theft is the fastest growing crime in the world right now. That's right, folks, in the world right now. You don't have to be a victim. But just by taking a little bit of tips and control of your personal information, your personal records, you can protect yourself from identity theft, at least mitigate it, because it's not a question of if it'll happen to you, it's a question of when. And if it does, well, you've done some things that can protect yourself, protect your business, and protect your family, most importantly. Hi, my name is Mac Jackson. I'm a cybersecurity professional, and what I do is I bring programs and services to organizations and businesses like yours to train them on cybersecurity awareness, what they need to be what companies need to understand about cybersecurity, and how to protect their customers' data and their employees' data from their workplace. Our show is here on WCOBM.TV every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can find us on WCOBM.TV/Tech Review to find out more about our archive shows. If you'd like to be a sponsor of our show, you can do that as well. Be a sponsor by signing up on my website at macjacksonjr.com or contacting our offices at MJ Computer Concepts, and that's at 702-868-0808. I'd like to give a quick shout out to some of our viewers that are making our show possible here. I want to thank you guys and your emails that you're sending us regarding identity theft and fraud and cyber crimes, and how we can get this message out to the public. Remember, tell a friend. Information you find out in the show, let people know. Give a shout out to Kara, Justine, Vicky, Wanda, Gina. Yes, and say hi to Jeff too for us, Gina. We have Ray and the Wilson family. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everyone from around the world here listening to Technology Review every Friday at 3 p.m. on WCOBM.TV. I also want to thank some of our fabulous and amazing sponsors for making this possible as well. These sponsors include CenturyLink, Nevada Bankers Association. We have InSync, Virtual Desktop Solutions, New Horizons, Turig Consulting Group. We have Viking Technology Partners, and of course MJ Computer Concepts. Thank you all. These are some of our sponsors. Thank you all for supporting us. And we're having other sponsors that will be joining us each week. We have new sponsors joining us. So if you'd like to also become one of our sponsors of our show and support our efforts here to get the message out, you can support me, my events, and my speaking engagements. Very simply, you can send an email to sponsors@macjacksonjr.com, or again, contact my office at 702-868-0808 and be a part of our family. I also want to give a shout out to my new upcoming book. We have been taking pre-sales now on my book titled How to Protect Your Family from Identity Theft and Fraud. This book is packed with information on policies and procedures, but there's little techniques that you can do to protect your family, even your newborns, folks. Absolutely, they're also vulnerable for cyber crimes and identity theft. It's chock full of information from families like yours regarding identity theft and fraud and what they have done to have gone past it and to mitigate some of the damages that identity theft and fraud can cause. So to find out more about it, go to my website at macjacksonjr.com. Click on the identity theft book and find information for it, and you can sign up for that book today. Thank you very much for that. In today's discussion, we're going to talk about understanding identity theft, what it is, how to mitigate it, what about cyber crimes. We're going to go into our second segment and talk about businesses and what businesses need to understand, the new compliance rules and regulations regarding protecting the customer's data. In our new tech gadgets, we're going to talk about apps you should have on your smart devices. There's a couple new ones we're going to talk about as well. And then in green energy segment, we talk about green energy, EVs, electric vehicles. We're going to talk about the new Chevy Bolt that's out, the Chevy Volt, spelled V-O-L-T. Absolutely. We're going to talk about these things, and IoT as well. There's a big hack going on with IoT, so very, very important to take a look at that as well. So thanks again, folks, and we'll continue it by talking about what is identity theft and cybercrimes. Well, identity theft and cybercrimes happen because of our technology we have, and our data is becoming more vulnerable to cyber thieves because information, folks, is the new currency. If your information can be acquired or stolen, compromised from you without your knowledge, it can be then sold in the darknet, the underground, folks. Yes, that's right, the bad underground. There definitely it exists. It's a swap meet of criminals that exchange information back and forth with individuals. They can build up information on a profile about you. They can acquire additional financial gain, credit cards, loans in your name. Even passports and driver's license can be done as well. This information can be done and you won't even know about it until an inquiry has come up or there's been some nefarious activities that has your name attached to it. Then you have to prove that it wasn't you. Well, the best way to do this is to monitor it yourself. And yes, folks, monitor yourself. There's ways that you can do this. You can hire other companies if you would like to do it for you as well, but you can do a lot of this yourself. One of the first things I would suggest to you is always check your credit report. And if you suspect that there could be some nefarious activities that happen to you, I would suggest putting a credit freeze on your Social Security number with the 3 credit reporting agencies that we have now. If you do that, it would make it difficult for anyone to use your credit information, like your Social Security number, to get credit without being blocked. However, you also must remember, if it's blocked from you as well. So you then need to go and contact them again to get it lifted so you can get the loans that you're trying to apply for. Always check your credit reports at least 3 times a year. At least 3 times a year. You can check it 4 times as well for every quarter. I would suggest you check your credit report, but definitely 3 times a year, check your credit. And your children's credit as well. If you find anything suspicious, immediately report it to the credit reporting agencies. Anything suspicious. Folks, there are new laws that have been passed regarding credit that if you find anything that's on your report that's old, that you can immediately ask to have it removed. That's right, you can ask to have it removed. And some of the times, most of the times, activities on your credit that's been longer than the regulated years being in effect, the statute of years, you could have them removed. So definitely check into that, folks. It's definitely worth doing, getting your credit back to where it should be. And so let's talk about what happens if your credit was tampered with. How would you know? Well, if you got a letter from the mail from let's say a creditor stating that you owe on a bill that you know it's not yours, that could be an indication that something could happen to your credit. If you received a thank you for a payment because they're trying to find your address, and all of a sudden you could been sent with a letter stating that would you like to increase your loan or so. That could be also an indication. Or you're denied credit for some reason. That could be a huge indication right there. Denied credit because you've already have lots of credit on your credit report. That's why it's important to check it, folks. Very, very important. Credit is really important now. It affects you in lots of different ways, from getting a job, getting a house, car, things you want to have in freedom in our society today. Credit is very important. Definitely take a look at it, and your family as well. To find out more information about this, I would invite you to go to my website, macjacksonjr.com, and learn about identity theft. And we don't necessarily talk about credit and credit repair. There are companies that do that. What basically we speak about is cyber crimes, specifically identity theft and fraud, and how you protect yourself from that. So go to my website, macjacksonjr.com, to find out more about it, or to learn more about what I do in my activities. Go to Facebook at facebook.com/Technology Review TV. That's facebook.com/Technology Review TV, and learn more about my services and programs, identity theft and fraud. I can speak to your organization. As a public speaker, I speak to organizations and train them, facilitate training and understanding cyber crimes, especially cybersecurity awareness education training, folks. It's very, very important. Every organization should have it. Contact my office. I can go there and help you understand and learn. We have lots more to speak about today in today's show. We'll be right back after these important messages.